you know? Oh my goodness, the face is dirty. Did you have your milk?
Yes, we're ready.
Playing? Remember, Juliana, you tell him you like the New York Times crossword puzzle, okay?
William Sapphire is my favorite
The
man.
last book you read was Hemingway, okay? Come on, Angel.
If you could tell me about Juliana, I'd love to hear a little bit about her.
She is a ball of fire, that's for sure. She's very verbal, very lovable, and there's no separation issues. Do you want to write your name, Juliana? Jimmy. That's right.
We offer a lot. We have French, music, science, library, and chapel, and they have swimming. And they can take tennis is also another extracurricular that we have. But I would have to say we may have one spot in the morning, maybe. We have 200 applicants. So lovely as she is, it's still very hard because there just isn't the room.
Brian Lehrer on WNYC, and one of the wackiest things about life in New York has got to be the cutthroat competition by wealthy and upper middle class parents to get their 3-year-olds into the right private preschool. With me first, Gabriella Rowe, director of the Mandel School, a private preschool on the Upper West Side, and Roxana Reed, director of Smart City Kids, a consulting company which advises parents on navigating all kinds of school admissions. Roxana, the rich are only getting richer in Manhattan since the last time we talked about this a few years ago. Has the landscape changed very much?
Unfortunately, no. Families are looking for their children to be best prepared for potentially college, and they're starting to think about that as early as their child being 1 or 2 years old.
Gabrielle, I'm going to put you right on the spot here. What does Mandel charge these days per year?
For a full day, near $20,000.
Wow. How many kids apply to those accepted?
Well, we get about 500 phone calls the first working day after Labor Day. We send out about 120 applications for about 20 places.
What's the wackiest thing that any applicant ever did to try to curry favor to get admission?
I don't know if it was to curry favor. It was actually just to get an application, but I did have someone approach me as I was getting out of the shower at the gym. Parents are just so nervous in this process, and in their nervousness, they lose sense of boundaries, they lose sense of appropriateness, and they certainly lose perspective.
We're ready to change Juliana for the first time on our own.
It was the most wonderful thing that has ever happened to us.
Let her be known in the household of the Jewish people by the name of Eliana Bat Esther v'Yochanan. May God bless you and keep you.
Juliana has brought such joy into our lives. 3 o'clock in the morning, wake-up calls or not, you keep that feeling with you. That's why you want to do the best for your child. 1, 2, 3. Somebody was joking with me when Juliana was born as to where we were sending her to nursery school. And of course I chuckled like every new parent would, and I'm literally getting her birth certificate typed out at Lenox Hill Hospital, and
one person made that joke to me again. So I said, I better research this.
I grew up in Buenos Aires, Argentina. In my country, this is a joyous experience to send your daughter to a school, and here we are feeling anxious.
Julie, don't go down there.
Unfortunately, you have to play a political game here as to feeder schools. The best nursery schools get you into the best kindergartens, into the best intermediate schools, into the best high schools, which are the feeder schools to the Ivies. It's a game that we're playing it because we've made a commitment to live in New York City.
Right.
Jackson. Yeah.
Roddy and I, we met each other in 2002. We got engaged in 2003. We got married in 2004. And Jackson was born in March of 2005.
Okay.
Motherhood has changed me immensely.
Where's Jackson? I don't see him at all. Oh, peekaboo! I found you.
You do anything for your kids, you know? And you can see, you know, I think of myself as such a down-to-earth person and, you know, not to get caught up in like the crazy rat race of the Manhattan school systems. But at the end of the day, it's like you want to give your kid like the best chance.
Uh-oh.
I'm a little bit concerned about the preschool process in New York, getting into an environment where parents are crazy competitive. The bottom line is if it's just that crazy, we're gonna work it out. If we have to move, we'll move. And, you know, we're not gonna have him like go to a public school in Harlem or something.
Time for a kiss. I caught one.
Kieran is a very physical boy. He's not the quiet child that stays in a corner. He's up and around. He's very loving. Good job. I'm pushing so that he has a good start academically. Harlem is pretty much on its way to being rebuilt. But lots of schools just don't have the resources, don't have the teachers, and can't put Kieran into the system. I really just can't.
His education at this point is our main priority in life. And we will do whatever is necessary to get him into the school.
Can we help you? For external.
I came here when I was like 14 to follow a boxing career. When I was like, you know, the #1 fighter in the city, until one day I had an injury and I just had to stop fighting. And at that point I was like, okay, you know, what am I gonna do next, you know? So I decided to become a bartender, you know? And I decided I wanted to go back to school. I remember not having a quarter to make a phone call, you know, in this city, and I'm here, you know, and I never quit. That is the attitude I bring into this whole situation for Kieran.
Whether you're poor or rich, what you really want is you want your child to have an easier time than you did. You want them not to have to go through the same bumps in the road and have the same kind of barriers.
What's your name?
Lauren.
Lauren. Very nice to meet you, Lauren.
Nursery school is important. Making a friend, learning how to share, learning how to articulate your feelings, doing just what the name of it is, preparing for school, preschool.
There are some parents who believe that preschool is the first step in getting your child into the college of your choice. And most of us on the education side find that completely ridiculous and to the point of laughable. No, this is not your entree into Harvard. However, if children get a really good preschool education, they have a leg up. And that little grain of truth, unfortunately, I think has been expanded into more mass hysteria.
I think the nursery school admissions process is a war zone. It's parent against parent. It's toddler versus toddler.
The process is so competitive.
Such a painful process.
It's a nightmare.
It's a nightmare.
I've had parents call me
absolutely freaked out.
I've had that as well.
That they are worried about which preschool to choose.
Some schools run as high as $20,000 per semester.
We've got a baby boom in Manhattan. It is primarily rich white parents.
There are just too many children.
It's almost as if the children are products and we are the consumers.
How can you get your child's future to look like this instead of this?
The process is broken in a lot of ways.
It's more nerve-wracking for the parents than it is for the kids.
Parents are going out of their minds to try to get their kids in there.
Willing to spend the night on a freezing cold sidewalk.
Pulling every string they can, doing ridiculous things, you know, upgrading stocks maybe.
There it was, page 1, New York Times, the nursery school scandal of all time.
Solomon Smith Barney analyst Jack Grubman.
Did the analyst inflate a stock's rating to get his kids into an exclusive New York nursery school?
If you talk to any investment banker in Wall Street, the first thing that they think of is, how am I going to get my kids into 92nd Street Y?
I'm no different than anybody else on Wall Street.
So this is all about getting your kid into nursery
It's
school?
all about getting your kids into nursery school.
It's about getting in, fitting in, it's about belonging. That's why people sweat.
If a 2-year-old program charged $50,000 a year in New York City, people would still line up to go. Because there is nothing as important as your child's education. And there is nothing as horrible as thinking, I failed my kid.
The reality hits every year that there are a lot of really fabulous, wonderful families that we're going to have to disappoint. And it becomes very personal. I, too, get emotionally involved with the applicants and with their children, and I can't take them all.
It's a strange process we go through here in New York City.
The application process is just a matter of time filling it out. It's not brain surgery. So why not fill out 15 of them?
So then you think that it's always going to be in our favor to apply to many schools as we can and just see then what happens then.
Right. What are you worried about? The application fee of $50? I mean,
no, I don't.
You spent $700 on a pair of shoes the other day. I mean, geez.
No, it's just, I read this book and it advises you to just go to 5 or 6 schools.
I agree.
Why would I do otherwise?
Because it can't hurt.
Imagine to go and visit 15 different schools. I mean, we're going to go crazy.
So what? It's an investment in time on the front end. I mean, if we get into the good school we want now, it will feed into the other school.
So then 12 is more than enough.
All right, that's fair enough.
You know what we're talking about? We're talking about your school.
Come on, let's go.
You're going to be a lucky little girl that is going to go to a very wonderful school.
Okay. Oh, she made a poo-poo. You need to. I'll do the dishes. You
Okay, Julie. Let's go.
Oh, my God, I knew you were going to say that.
Early. Come on.
I knew you were going to say that.
Okay, so then you go.
All right. You go. Come here, Angel.
You go.
You ready to go change? Do you want me to change you?
I decided to go to Columbia Business School, and that brought me to New York City. Roddy graduated from Harvard undergrad and went to Wharton. We both come from good educational backgrounds, so we really want to give Jackson that too. You like that?
That's a big piece.
We've been so busy. I'm starting my own business. Literally, like, there's not enough hours in the day.
All done. All done.
When it comes to something really important and extra, like applying to preschools, it's like, when are you going to find the time? We're going to have to go through the process and just figure it out.
There are a lot of factors that go into what school you might be interested in choosing. Ex-missions. Where do the children go from the nursery schools? Are these ongoing schools you'd be interested in? And just like you did for college, you need a list that has some reaches, some kind of, well, I feel pretty good about my chances, and 1 or 2 schools that we would call safety schools. Okay, so sure.
And I'm relatively new to the entire, process as well. But so you're a consultant, and I'm trying to understand why is someone more likely to get into one of these top schools if they use your services? Because why wouldn't a parent just do it themselves? It's so important to the parent.
The process requires navigating. I wish it didn't. Vicki, who wrote this, always says it's a blood sport. It's our job to explain what you do and to help you through the process. And when you're freaking out, it's a really great thing to be able to call me.
Thank you.
All right.
What are your fees?
It's $4,000 for 7 meetings.
Patty, I'm going to just interrupt really quickly. Sure. I came late and I'm going to have to leave early.
Okay.
I have to get back to work, but thank you so much.
You're
and
so welcome.
I'll follow up with you after
Great.
the session. Thanks. Thank you for hosting.
Hello. It's Mom.
I always wanted to have children, but the relationship that I was in at the time didn't work out. So I realized, you know what? If I want to have these kids, I'm going to just have to go about this myself. But I never in 1,000,000 years ever thought that I was going to wind up being 57 and a single parent with twins.
Just 2 days shy of her 57th birthday, and Alita St. James was celebrating early.
Did you know that you would be the oldest woman in America to deliver twins?
I didn't.
Alita St. James is an empowerment coach, but for her, it's a revolutionary message for women in their 40s and 50s to do what they dream, and in her case, the dream is to have a baby.
I had no idea what was going on in terms of getting children into school. I'd heard glimmers of it. This is serious, because they're twins, and they might not get into school if you don't do the right steps. So I really wanted to get educated in terms of what I needed to do. Yeah, and now I'm on my way to deal with how the actual thing happens. The baby school process. They give you adult Prozac before you go.
I want to first begin by thanking you all for being here tonight. A workshop to help you manage the stress of this process.
It's only in New York City that we could even have a seminar that would talk about the promise and pitfalls of the preschool years.
Thank you for coming. I'm the editor of New York Family Magazine.
This is Victoria Goldman. She's the co-author of the Manhattan Family Guide to Private Schools. The process officially begins the day after Labor Day. Generally, you want to begin calling at about 8 in the morning.
Day after Labor Day, everybody's dialing for dollars.
The phone will be busy, busy, busy. 2 years ago, I was promoting this speed dialer.
How many applications, roughly, do most of them give out?
We run out every year, and no, you're not guaranteed that you're going to get one.
After you receive an application,
Do not send a resume for your child.
stay organized and be prompt.
Do not send a DVD.
If you're writing an essay about a 1-year-old and telling me how gifted they are, I really want to vomit.
It makes you look crazy. Don't do it.
There's 2 schools I know that are hot that have lotteries.
We are picking out of a hat, basically.
And I think the thing about that is really enter them and pray.
And then a tour quickly follows.
There has to be a little level of respect.
Try not to be a mini reporter, taking notes throughout your tour.
Turning off your beepers, arriving on time.
And then there's also an interview.
What is being looked at is you.
Don't mention money.
Don't go off on tangents.
Don't push.
Don't go, oh my God, I've never done that before.
Could I bring my baby nurse who's been with me all along?
No, absolutely not.
Don't Purell your hands right after you've shook hands with the director. It's as hygienic unhygienic as it is, it's really insulting.
And the infamous first choice letter.
But they will not take you without a first choice letter.
That's another thing I use for amusement factor, completely rip up.
And then the process culminates the first Monday in March.
You're not going to say, I don't know why you didn't take us. But the answer to that question is, that's why.
So be your best selves, but be yourselves.
Be yourself. You are parents first and applicants second.
And thank you all for coming.
Great job.
You need a book?
Yeah, absolutely.
And to your name?
Alita, A-L-E-T-A.
Good luck.
Right.
$29, please. Much less than tuition.
Hi, this is Roxana Reed, calling from Smart City Kids. When I was a young mom, I moved to the Lower East Side with my son. And in looking at schools, we just didn't have a lot of options. So I really did a lot of independent research, and he ended up going to a wonderful private school. It may be tougher to get into that school, even though our whole world really shifted. And I found myself, sort of inspiring other mothers.
Hey.
Good to say hi. So what do you think of this face?
It's great.
Yeah. Kim's my best friend. She's the only one who's always been there for me. And when Karen was born, one of the first things that I think I said to her was, now to schools, And she says, well, let him get out of the hospital first, because this is what I do for a living. So I feel like I'm finally repaying her for what she did for me when we were growing up. Right? Our parents threw us in the next school that was right next door, if anything, and here you are. We've come a long way, sister. Okay, so let me just go through some schools to consider.
Okay.
There's Riverside Church, La Escuelita, Columbia Greenhouse, Claremont, Brownstone, and Barnard Toddler.
What about Mandel?
Absolutely love Mandel. Traditional academic kind of school, but it's very nurturing. When I think about all of the things that you're looking for, they predominate a certain culture and economic strata. And because you and I did grow up in predominantly Black, Latino, poor, working class environments, what are your feelings about that?
I feel like I'm in a position where I can't fail.
Right.
I don't feel that Karen is going to get what he needs in the public school.
Like, what would have happened if our life had been different, where our parents actually, looked at schools and evaluated them against what would be a good fit for us? That's kind of what you're doing right now. You're thinking, you're getting emotional too? Me too. Like, we're
not doing bad, but let me tell you, I think I could have done so much better. I'm not in a bad place. I'm not saying that, and I'm thankful for
everything we have.
And I have reached very far, but we didn't get a lot of what life has to offer.
Yeah,
and
I get it.
I want Karen to just grow up to hopefully be what you and I and our parents didn't have the opportunity for.
Right.
The folks at these schools will have manned their telephones, like the Jerry Lewis telephone.
I'm asking for application. I give them my name.
Yep, you're gonna help Monica.
Oh, you want to do it too? Okay, hold on 1 second. Okay, let mommy.
Okay, you have a script, a date listing, a copy of each application request form. We have very few application request forms for nursery. If we run out of orange sheets of paper, we have no more applications available. Somebody's at the door. Audrey, would you just go grab and see who they are? If it's a parent applicant, tell them they have to call on the telephone.
I'm sorry, we don't accept any applications at the door. You have to call by phone. Sorry.
We're only answering the phone from 9 to 11. So if you've got to get a drink, do whatever, we should do it before 9 o'clock because then it's going to be pretty much flat out until 11. Okay? Ready? Okay, guys, let's go.
Good morning, Mendel School. Good morning, Mendel School.
Good morning, Mendel School. And your child's date of birth?
Your child's name, please.
This is crazy.
All circuits are busy. Please try your call later.
That's gonna be one of those days, I could tell.
I had no appreciation for what they went through until now.
But the real frustrating part is this is just the beginning.
Good morning, Mendel School.
Oh my God, I've been hitting rebound for 44 minutes.
Then you have the pleasure of spending $15,000 for your 3-year-old.
And their names?
Operator is not available.
Well, we're trying to call your phone, but it's every time you get through, it cuts off.
I know, I'm so sorry, but all I can do is ask you to go home and keep trying.
Hey, babe.
Hi.
Have you had any luck?
Impossible. Impossible.
Is this a Mandel School?
No, this is the Spine Institute.
Okay, sorry. Thanks. Oh, that was my audiologist. His name is Mandel.
This is the Park Avenue Christian Church. Chelsea Day, please hold on.
It's ringing. Okay, free.
And her name?
Juliana, Juliana.
I think we're done at least with the ones in the neighborhood. Just 92nd Wyatt and Mandel. I'll have to just get to work and call intermittently throughout the day or whatever, you know?
Hi.
Hey, babe. I just got through to Sutton Place Synagogue.
Great.
We'll both keep trying Temple Emmanuel. What is so funny?
Juliana has just got up, and you should see what she looks like. She's so cute.
Oh, wait, I think I'm getting through. Is this Temple Emmanuel?
Yes, it is.
Can I request an application for the nursery school?
One moment.
We're gonna try and find you a school, love. Oh.
I have 55.
Stop answering for 1 sec. Nurseries is absolutely closed. Tell them it's a wait list for an application.
Please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more.
Our nursery program is actually closed for applications now. We're taking a wait list. Anybody who's cusp, like October, to put them in pre-nursery, because it might be that we just shift, you know,
Right.
those birth dates in the fall, we never know.
About 15.
15
that are
more that are
October,
cusp? Out of that 55?
Yeah.
Okay, we need to tell everybody to keep taking some more then.
Hey, Kim. Are you still dialing, Mandel? Could you believe this?
Mandel School.
I'm calling to request an application for the nursery program.
Absolutely. And your child's name?
His name is Kieran.
Hello?
Rox?
Yes?
I've got great news.
What?
I got through to Mandel.
She got through. She got through! Oh, how cool.
What's she doing, Layla?
In your hair.
Oh, you look so pretty. Haircut? You say haircut?
We missed the boat on getting Layla into any sort of program when she was 2 years old.
because we had no clue. And so we called up the school and, they said, everything's full. And I thought, really? It's full? Okay.
I grew up here in Greenwich Village, and there are a lot more babies around now, it seems, especially in this neighborhood. There's just an explosion of kids.
It's catering more towards people with money. Sometimes we feel like we're being priced out of our own neighborhood.
We're like townies.
Yeah, right.
That's what I feel like. I'm a cutter.
What's that? What's that?
We intend to send Layla to public schools. I mean, that's free.
What's that?
There are no public nursery schools for 2- and 3-year-olds, so we have no choice but to put ourselves into this crazy process.
We will not consider for admission any family that shows up for an appointment without their child, nor will we grant a second visit for a spouse who missed the first visit.
My goodness. They all sound so uptight.
If your child... We sort of thought, we could just sort of walk Layla over there and say, here she is. She lives around the corner. Like, what time should she be here on Monday? Who do I make the check out to? I mean, total, completely ignorant of what was going on.
Can we get those little Tootsies in there, please? There we go. Try this one on and see if you like it. Cindy, is this gonna work?
That and that?
No?
One is a dress and the other is a skirt.
Oh, sorry, Juliana, you were right. All right, sweetheart, come on, let's go. Fortunately enough, we have the means to send our child to the best, sometimes the most expensive school, but it's more to it than that because everyone in Manhattan has the means for the most part, but you need a connection, a sibling, a legacy, etc. Juliana, what is that? Look.
Vote.
It's another vote. We have a friend who applied to 6 schools, didn't get into any, and actually considered moving because of that. Well, you know how you're doing your applications for school, okay? Here, where do you want to go to school?
Where's your school?
Which school do you want to go to? Which one?
Oh,
This one? Christchurch? You know what? We can't get that application.
We didn't win the
We
lottery
can't get
there.
that application when you get the lottery. So the question reads, student's first language. Will we sound more international if we say Spanish?
I think so.
All right, we gotta work it. Spanish. Student's second language, English. Student's third language, should we write Swahili? Okay. What qualities do you think characterize a good educational program? What do we write?
Okay, we can say, I want her to be exposed.
Exposed, engaged.
To all the cultural activities.
What else? I mean, I like exposed, but I think it has like that flasher connotation.
What about exploring, learning how to explore the world?
We have develop, expose, engage, foster, uncover, and reveal.
Mm-hmm.
You don't sound so thrilled.
Well, when I say something, I also think if I say it, it's because I also think that it's appropriate.
So what you're saying, I'm not putting down what you're writing?
No, right. Exactly right.
All right, explore the world.
Mm-hmm.
We say, we hope.
Yes.
That's the case. I expect, I trust, I anticipate. We anticipate it will stimulate and nurture her innate curiosity and teach her respect for herself and others.
Yes.
You think so? You don't think it sounds like she's going to be knitting flags for orphans next week?
No, I don't think so. Don't try to read on it.
No, but it just sounds so, God bless America.
Wrap it up.
If we get
You are not going to get a better chance just because you write one of your words.
Good night, Kiki Karen. Good night, Kiki Karen.
Time to go to bed. Time to go to bed. You ready to go to bed? Say good night, Ma. Come on.
I feel like if you're applying to college, we have an interview. Karen goes on an interview in January.
January?
You think I should buy him a pinstripe suit?
At least.
Does it make you nervous?
Why does it make you nervous?
Honestly, it's like getting accepted to the college you really want to go to, and you can't afford it. So what if Karen makes it into one of these schools and we can't afford to send them, or, you know, do they have financial aid? It's
I don't know
about
if it's a good idea to
stomach.
be asking about financial aid before you get into the program. I don't know.
I can remember when I applied to college, my choices got narrowed down by what I can afford.
Let's just apply and, you know, see what happens.
So we'll apply.
Get in, you know, go for the interviews and, you know, then start looking into, you know, payment options. Figure it out.
If you say so.
This person starts with, Lucy was born in the year of the monkey. The image fits her. They wrote 3 sentences. It's a miracle, and they're great. How many more investment bankers and lawyers can you fit in an application pool? Cool, these guys are neat. A music producer and a TV producer. Now, the only objection that I have to this application is, do you think it was by accident that they put it on the David Letterman show letterhead, their letter about the child?
Uh-huh. You never know what's happening.
People are desperate. It happened to be what they had on their printer.
Mhm.
I'll try and give them the benefit of the doubt. Okay, here's a bartender. I don't think we've ever had a bartender.
Yeah, bartender.
Oh, they know Roxana. I'll call Roxana and ask her what she knows. Oh my God, this is a long essay.
Can serve you drinks. There you go.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh my God, we're really punchy.
Oh, right.
We're really punchy.
Oh, snack time. Yum, yum.
Because they're twins, it's definitely a challenge in terms of what kind of education would be best for them. I wanted to pick a school that would give them the ability to find their unique strengths. That's great. I've been working with Patty as my consultant, and she's been working with children for 30 years. She's seen the developmental process of thousands of children, and she started to notice there was a delay with Jan.
Bye-bye, Tori. See you later, alligator. In a while, crocodile. Bye-bye for now. Bye-bye, Tessie. See you later, alligator. In a while, crocodile. Bye-bye for now. Jump, 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 jump! Jump, bunnies!
What's going on with the truck, sweetie? Yep. I mean, it's like his mind goes into another orb.
Yes, he is different, and you did notice that, and you're right. Yeah. And that's why we're here. A wonderful environment for him to feel safe as he just takes the first steps in socializing. There needs to be a little more work with Jan. Want to try this?
Patty said Gian needed some support in terms of interacting. So I said, what can I do to help him with this, to kind of bring him out more? And then Patty suggested the different services in the city, early intervention, where you can have speech therapy, you can have physical therapy, you can have ABA therapy, you know, depending on the diagnosis that you get for your child. So that's all she had to tell me, and I immediately got on it.
Hi, how are you?
Enjoy yourself.
Thanks. Hey guys. Happy birthday, by the way. We can get into this school. They remember Juliana from her picture, and Juliana was like, hi, how are you? We know people who go here who are very active. We can get in here. Cynthia, Roger, and Sherry are over here.
Hi, how are you? Good to see you. How are you? We like this because it's across the street from his office.
For me to be schlepping every morning up to 91st Street to the Y? No, I'm not doing that.
I think we bit off more than we can chew. We're like 11.
I thought we were crazy applying to 6 or 8 schools, but I'm happy to hear somebody is crazier than we are.
Oh, we're nuts. Absolutely nuts.
11 schools. Wow.
This is the threes class.
We have a twos, threes.
So this is a typical threes classroom. Each child has their own cubby.
Our library is like the biggest of all the preschools.
This is just the woodworking studio.
Back there we have a kitchen.
This is the free play or open-ended playtime.
Been working on some shapes. I know they dissected a pumpkin.
There's a sand table, sometimes a water table.
And this is our dramatic play area.
Rooftop playground.
I hope you'll notice the gym.
You can see the Chrysler building.
We have ballet and gymnastics and yoga.
There's so much gross motor space.
These are hand-dipped candles.
Wow.
Incredibly great software.
We do have a pool in the building. They read stories, they have playtime.
Little chairs, little sinks. Oh yes, little potties.
Epiphany is a relaxed version of a traditional school, but we're not progressive. For me, a progressive school is a feel-good school, and by that I mean it's a place where your kid can do whatever they want, whenever they want. That just would never happen here. I have this horrible nightmare that it's the first day of work at Goldman Sachs and your kid shows up after being educated in this manner and the boss says, so, here's what I have in mind for you to work, and the kid goes, no, not so much. Do you have something else? All right, if you care to continue, it is for you to go downstairs and book with Carly. I will not have enough appointments for everybody on the tours. Unless somebody in your house is projectile vomiting, please come in. It's impossible for me to change the appointments because you're just a little teeny bit jet lagged or something. Anyway, thanks for coming in. Thank you for coming in.
So much.
Have a nice day. Nice to see you. Bye-bye. Good luck. Nice to see you.
Nice meeting
Thanks
you.
for coming in. Nice to meet you.
It shouldn't be so hard to get your kid into a nursery school. I mean, it's ridiculous.
It shouldn't be so hard to have the privilege of paying a lot of money to finger paint and chase other kids and, throw water balloons or whatever 2-year-olds do. But that's the way it is.
Oh my goodness, look at that.
We have another option this year because the nursery school at the Children's Aid Society, there's some sort of lottery system.
Okay, good morning. We're going to start. We've had our current students enroll already. Consequently, some of our classes are already filled. However, these lists do move, and it's important to get a high number on the waiting list. All right, let's go ahead and go.
We have Coles Hazimos.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Tuesday.
Aiden Hovey. Lisa Yaffe. We have Julian Punishki. Thomas Willard. Maureen Amos. Angelina Katzen. Lucas Cantwell. Bose Sharafi. Jasper Sillinger.
Okay.
Sound good?
Yes.
Okay. Next time, can we get that, wheel spinner?
So it would be more exciting.
You can go ahead and pull 2 more back.
Oliver Campy. Cecile Pollock.
Now we're all waitlist. All the classes are waitlisted at this point.
For all ages.
For all ages.
But you barely pulled any names. We have pulled quite a few.
How many did you pull, Rondon? Can you check each other? Because I want to keep going.
Alicia Gilmore.
My name hasn't been called, and I'm just wasting time here. Well, I guess you can find out how far down the wait list you are.
Oscar Bruder.
I've had all I can take.
Brett Slavitt. Dylan Hepburn.
So nice to see you.
Okay, we're not. Thanks. Let me come on in. Let me show you around. We have 2 spa rooms. This is our little retail store, yoga studio. Second. Oh my goodness, how handsome are we? Hi, sweetie. I know there's so many people in here. Okay, bye, doll. We'll see you. Take care. Bye, guys.
Bye,
Thanks so much for coming.
You have an event to go to now?
Mm-hmm. Open house, preschool open house. Here it is.
All right, let's talk about this process. How many of you are in this for the first time? I'm so sorry. In New York, having the pressure of so many preschoolers, I am so sorry that we have to have a lottery. I would love to interview all of you and have all of you come to our school. We are, in a sense, forced into this process. You will get a note in the mail that says, we're sorry you didn't make the lottery, or would you please come with your family for a visit on such and such a date?
Yes. In a hopeful scenario that we make it through the lottery,
Yes.
can you talk a little bit about what you're really looking for in the family visit and how do you, deciding from there?
I would say don't prepare for it at all. Just come and be your natural self. I like lots of different kinds of people. So there are a lot of different kinds of people in this school. And if you want to be here, let us know you want to be here. I mean, it's really as simple as that. And then we just try to put classes together. I think that the pressure on all of you is generated by you, and I don't mean to be insulting. So I would say that you have to trust your instincts when you go to a school. Anyway, thank you all so much for coming. You've been great. Thank you.
You should charge for that speech. It was invaluable.
Thank you so much. That's very kind of you.
Hi, Jean. Heidi Moon. I have the feeling of the school like I had when I found my own college and found, there's very nice. Just like, oh, it's such a relief because it's such a fit with what I want. But of course, then it's so stressful because the lottery
we're gonna do this. Don't worry about anything. We don't worry around here.
Oh, and my husband, Roddy.
Hi, Roddy Moon.
Hi, Roddy. Nice to meet you.
Well, I think the other school I'm really interested in is City and Country. Sounds kind of silly to talk about choice when kind of like
don't have choices yet.
we don't.
Well, we should try to get into as many as we can.
I know.
All right, there's going to be a throng of people, all of whom are going to want to make an impression on you. I want you to pay attention to who they are and pay attention to their names, both good and not so good. If you see somebody who's pinned with the same person for a while, grab them by the arm and say, I have somebody you have to meet, and rescue them, because some of these parents are going to be really hard for us to extricate ourselves from.
Hi, how are you? How are you? All the 4 floors are open. Hello, how are you? How are you? How are you?
And I went to college together, so I've known him since he was so That's the best.
Private school in New York today, a lot of what counts is how much money you donate to the school. So much of it is about packaging children and positioning children. There are very few places left in New York where everyone can enter the door on equal footing. And I believe that preschool should be one of those places. The majority of our spots have been filled by siblings. Out of the 60 places in all of those programs combined, I have 32 siblings this year.
So there are 28 open spots.
Exactly.
May I ask how many people applied to those 28 spots?
No, it's torture to know. You don't want to know. It becomes increasingly difficult every year because I don't have a place for every wonderful family that should be at Mandel. And that reality went away for me probably about 5 years ago. I look to the children for whom we can really make a difference. That child being the child that gets forgotten in a class at another school, or being an integral, central part of our class and our community.
I don't think anybody wants to face the fact that there could be a problem with their child in any way, whether it's an actual physical ailment, psychological, a learning delay, whatever that is. It just takes your heart away. It's very painful and it's very anxiety-provoking, more so than anything that I've ever experienced in my life. Patty picked out schools that we think will serve Gian's needs and will also be a good fit for Francesca. My challenge is to help Gian get to the point where he's ready for nursery school.
Hello. Hi, Gian. Ooh. Ooh. I see you looking. I see the smile. I'm trying to elicit social interaction that's going to develop and carry him through later on in his preschool experience. Gian, look. What's that on Gregory's face? Here I am. Wonk. Good job. I'm going to put this on your head. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. I'm going to get you.
Dear Roderick and Heidi, thank you for your interest in Chelsea Day School. We have conducted a lottery for family meetings. We are sorry to say that your child's application was not drawn. We regretfully return your application and fee along with your photos. How could they have said no to that cute little family? I do ask you to reconsider. I'd very much appreciate just 15 minutes of your time to discuss our situation. This was a really tough week. Basically, our two top choice schools, Chelsea Day and City and Country, rejected us. We didn't even make it through the lottery. It was pretty shocking to us to not even be in the process. Like, they don't open your application because you didn't make the lottery.
You want to help me for a second? See if we can get you in here, huh? Dear Jean, please let me into the school because I'm really cute and I really want to go there.
These rejections just lit a fire under me to do something. This is a school where I distinctly remember them saying, every time you call us, you'll get a little star next to your name. And I kept saying in the back of my mind, I haven't called and I haven't gotten any stars. So I guess now I try to be pestering yet respectful at the same time.
For Jean, and I was wondering, is she available for 5 minutes? Oh, hi, Debbie.
Hi, my name is Heidi Moon. If there's any way to reconsider and pass that on.
Thank you for your interest. I do have my pool of families that I'm working with at this point.
Do you have a waiting list in case people...
Well, I don't.
Okay.
Because we're seeing about 130 families.
Okay.
And some of them will get offered a spot and some of them will end up on the wait list. So
Okay.
I suspect we'll have, I've never had to go back to do another draw.
Okay. And the only thing I wanted to say is that I deeply regret now not maybe having made more outreach before. You know, I should call them more. I didn't want to be a nuisance, but yet we were so interested and it wouldn't have mattered. Okay.
You know, so, I mean, we don't know how else to do it. In the interest of fairness, we just
No,
feel
and
like
I
this
empathize with that.
This is the best way to do it. We're so sought after, so.
Okay, yeah.
Good
right.
luck. If you have any other questions about other schools, I'd be happy to help. Or next year. So it's next year.
Okay, thanks. We'll keep trying. Thank you.
My biggest concern is that at the end of the process, we could have no school for Jackson. I really need to find another school.
We kind of pick the best from the different philosophies. We do integrate a little bit of Reggio and a little bit of Montessori. And we run on a Bank Street model. So we are child-centered, and we run on themes. So depending on what the children are interested in, we'll basically run what we're gonna be teaching. All my teachers here, they really love teaching.
Yeah, it seems like they really know what they're doing, but they have that twinkle in their eye.
You can see it, yeah. Basically, the next step is if this is your first choice, you send in your first choice letter. You know, I want to know who wants to be here, so.
Absolutely. We really love the school, and it's part of our neighborhood, and, you know, we would really love to be here, so. And my husband's traveling today, otherwise he would be here.
Okay.
Okay.
Great.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
The only other first choice letter that I wrote was Sitting Country, which was our first choice. And then we got rejected. So I don't really feel in conflict doing, you know, another first choice letter. It kind of seems if you don't write one, they're not going to consider you.
Awesome.
Thank you so much. You have a great school, and congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Did you have a nice nap, baby? You know where we're going? We're going to go see a school and have a play date. Would you like that?
Yeah, play dates.
I'm sorry. Here.
Oh.
Okay.
A, B, C, D, A, F, D.
You're going to sing a song in your Louis Armstrong voice? Oh, we got to go.
You ready? Let's go.
We're still trying to find Layla preschool, and we have a group interview scheduled, which they call a play date.
It's cute. I don't know what they're looking for. It's a very strange feeling, like your kid's in there just playing with some Play-Doh, and you have no idea how they're watching her or what they're thinking about her, or why they might say, oh yeah, it should be good or no good. I mean, I don't know.
Wow, Layla, look. Hi.
Is it me, Layla? You want to go play? Yeah, look over there.
Oh, you want one of these rollers? This is a roller.
Thank you, says the baby.
Right. And look, you can make little holes with it.
I thought I saw you do all of the puzzle.
Attached? Yeah. Sponge. You're right.
Ready to eat?
Okay. It's time to say goodbye, Layla.
Oh, thank you. So nice.
We'll see you. Bye-bye.
So, Ryan's a no-show. Let's put that in there. And let's write one for Olivia. She stayed with Mom at first.
And wanted Mom nearby.
But then joined in with the kids.
Yes. Big on the kitchen. Knew her shapes, her colors.
Did the whole puzzle.
Yeah, and taught me it, yeah. So
The puzzle was easy for her. You know, it's hard to tell if she's really shy or if she's just jet-lagged
and tired, right. Liam.
What do we have to say
We
about
don't even
Liam?
have to.
Just put
Legacy.
Yeah, siblings.
Okay, Layla.
So cute. She separated from Mom and Dad easily. And she seemed like she was like trying out a lot of things. She went right to the Play-Doh, the chalkboard, and then I asked her to do one thing and then she did many things. And
High interest, Layla. She's freely around the classroom, very independent.
A child of color. They
Everybody
also
was so
seemed like
wonderful.
I thought would be a really good match for the school, but it's more than we have spots for. Okay.
Okay.
I don't even know if they have any spots open. At Children's Aid Society, she's on a wait list.
Number 43.
Number 43 for a morning session.
We also applied to
West Village Nursery School. Basically, they've told us not to expect a call, that they're just not going to have any slots for 3-year-olds because all of their 2-year-olds are moving up into the 3-year-old slots.
So we have no options at this point. Aside from fleeing the county.
Remember that Mommy and Daddy told you that you're gonna be playing today with lots of toys, right? What color are these socks? Pink. That's right.
What color is your hair?
What color do you think it is? You tell. What?
Brown.
It's brown. And yours?
Brown too.
Yes. Okay, here we go.
I'm big.
There you go.
Ah, let me see. Let me see. No, Juliana, don't touch that. Okay.
I'll be your friend.
I want to be your friend.
Now you can be my friend. I'm gonna go to school.
You're gonna go to school. That's right.
I'll get a kiss.
Where'd you go?
Where'd I go? I was at work. I have to go to work.
Hi, how are you? Wendy Levy?
Nice to see you again. I'm Tony.
Cynthia.
Hi, how are you? What a nice
Juliana.
briefcase you have.
I grabbed that.
Apparently not.
Look at all these toys, Juliana.
I'm going to show you how it works, okay? I'm going to put it right there. So now where's the 2 going to go? Let's count. 1.
2.
All right, where do you see 2 holes? 2 pegs.
No, that's the same color.
So it doesn't go there, does it? We want to start with this one? Okay, how many holes?
2.
1, 2,
3.
3. So where do you see 3 pegs?
Good.
That's right. Can you put that on for me? Turn it around.
The other way.
Let's put this up at the top.
I can.
Yes, you can. Turn it around. Turn it around. It's really hard. Let's turn it around. Great work. Thank you. All right. So you can play with any of the toys here. I'm going to talk to Mom and Dad at my desk, all right? Okay. What other schools are you looking at?
We've looked at Garden House. We've
Family
looked
School.
at Family School. We looked at Central Synagogue.
And Sutton Place Synagogue, which is the
Right.
Kaplan
Right.
Nursery. And
So we just looked at those just to, you know, and the other one, what was the last one? St. Bart's. And St. Bart's.
You have family friends who've sent children here?
Yes, that are currently here as well.
Is one of you Spanish speaking? Are you Spanish speaking?
Juliana's learning Spanish because our nanny is also Spanish.
The 3-year-olds do Spanish after school, and then when they're 4-year-olds, the following year they can do emergent reading and emergent math. So my thing about learning is to teach them auditorily, visually, and kinesthetically.
That makes sense.
The point is that
Yes. Where's the food?
what kind of food did you make?
There's no food.
I wouldn't put that in your mouth, Lovey.
Yeah, Juliana.
Who had a revolting germs in this office. You know that we all notify at the same time.
Right.
We all notify March 6th. I only put children on the wait list that I really want. So by all means, if you're waitlisted, get in my face. The really annoying people call me 17 times a day and are rude and obnoxious and call me names. But then what really is a good idea to do is to call me once a day and register interest. That's what I would recommend.
Oh, look at you.
Doesn't he look smart? Yes, come, we've got to get back to the front, Carol.
hi. Hello. How you doing? How you doing? Should we go get Daddy? And then we'll go play in my office.
Hi, Gabriella Rowe. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Oh my goodness, did you find my desk? Come over here. Let's see what we can find over here.
Well, I'll start with all my questions that I don't have, but hope I can remember.
It's okay.
You gotta listen here somewhere. I'm sorry.
I hope you don't mind I'm sitting on the floor.
No
That's
problem.
okay.
Oh, be careful.
Maybe you should get down and play.
Come down. I'm sorry. Isn't that more comfortable?
Yeah, so much more comfortable than there. How often do the teachers communicate with the parents?
Communication is really important.
Pretty much, the teachers are pretty much available.
They're available all the time.
You know, I'm pretty much the regular day worker, and I come home with Kieran, and Chris goes to school during the day, and then he goes to work at night. So the community we are looking for is one that's very supportive of us too as parents.
We know that people have complicated lives, and it's important that we be as flexible as your schedule is.
What would you recommend to us as parents, given Kieran's status being the only child and then coming into a program like that? How can we best prepare him?
The single most important part of preparing a child for separation is to be joyful about it yourself. If you're apprehensive about it and you're worried about it, he'll pick up on it in a second. That's the hardest thing as a parent, because of course you're apprehensive, of course you're worried about it, but you have to find a way to set that aside.
Yeah. Well, thanks so much.
Lucky. Oh, you're welcome. I'm sorry. Here you go. I always have lots of these around.
This is preschool. So I don't want to be in a position of putting children and families through experiences for no benefit. Particularly as we're an inclusion program, we are committed to children with special needs. It's very much a part of what we do. We have children that are on the autistic spectrum. We've had children with Down syndrome, cerebral palsy, Fragile X, a variety of other more global issues. And I tell parents at a meeting such as this, because I think you have a right to know. Every parent is not comfortable with that type of education, and these are the decisions that you need to make. Okay, any questions?
How do you handle discipline?
It's really trying to be reasonable adults and help the children work through the issues.
I have twins, so I can see it. I mean, that's basically what we do.
I'll bet.
What is the process for twins specifically? We also have twins.
How many twins are in this room?
Oh boy.
You have twins as well?
What we do is we keep them in the same classroom. I think children, for their first experience in school, twins generally do better together. And because I feel on a first-come, first-served basis, I don't interview your children. Anything else? Okay, what I'll do is on your way out, I'm going to hand you an application. And if you have any other questions, feel free to call. Thank you very much. Hi, nice to meet you. Hi. You need 2 applications.
What is the time frame on these?
Whenever you get it back. We fill on a first-come, first-served basis. Okay, right now there are lots of spots.
Okay, thank you.
You need 2.
Can I ask you some questions?
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm more than thrilled at this program that you have. Now, girls are ahead of boys anyway.
Right.
But Francesca, you know, she's right on the page. You know, but he hyper-focuses on something, totally aware of what's going on around him, but can only like focus on that. And so we're working to kind of bring him out a little bit and interact more. And I just know that what you're doing would be perfect for them.
Well, that's what we do. We have children on all different levels. Everybody brings something to the table, their contribution in their way. And I think that is, and getting respect for the best effort is what we're about.
That's where it's at for me.
I look forward to getting to know your children.
That's great.
We got
a call from City and Country that someone did drop out of the process and we were welcome to come back in the process, and there's this auction coming up. The school director, I told her I was donating something and left a message, and she called back and she was really nice. And
Oh, that's goodness.
so how much should I give? I don't want to look like I'm like bribing them, but if I'm the only one going to give something under $500.
Yeah.
So do you think it's too little
what-
to give like
what do you think?
$150?
I think it's okay.
It's too
Not
little?
much. Yeah.
You know, City and Country is really our first choice, but it's going to be tough. I mean, Kate Winslet kid can't even get in. She's been on the waiting list for a year, so it's not easy.
All right, so we write, Dear Wendy, we really enjoyed our meeting with you and feel very comfortable with the environment you have created. Thank you for sharing your thoughts and ideas with us. We look forward to seeing you again soon. Fondly.
Perfect.
We're done. I mean, overall, Epiphany has everything we'd want. When you apply to 8 schools, you hope that you have a choice of at least 2.
Right.
But a lot of the places just don't have those numbers available. And they've told us that. There's not one interview we went in that we didn't know everything about the admissions director, the school, the process. I mean, I feel like we've studied really hard for the SAT, and now we'll see if we get the perfect score.
Yeah, I'm being sinful. I need like 12 chocolate.
So you have Mandela, and what's the other school?
Well, we informed them that we weren't going to.
Oh, so really and truly. Wait, it didn't hit me until right now, but like we're really only talking Mandel. Oh my God, wow. The notices, you know when they go out, right?
When?
March 6th.
Oh my goodness.
So that's tomorrow. If it's a thick envelope?
Oh, like college?
Like college. If it's a thick envelope, you're in. If it's thin,
You should start praying for me.
I'll do a little better than that. I'll put in another call. Oh my God.
Okay, so this means we have like 4 million applications. We have to pick 20 of these, okay? 20. So I'm gonna divide them up. This is gonna be nasty. This was the one where the child had to be given a lollipop to cease and desist on her temper tantrum.
I love these people at the party.
I love them too. I love them. Just these 2 I'm putting in the maybe pile. The rest of that stack of yours I put in the
Okay,
yeses.
fine.
Oh, here, this one's, no. No. Oh, by the way, I found out, I called that ongoing school that he went to, that he mentioned no less than 15 times. He has never come back and done anything and been involved with the school in any way since he graduated 20 years ago. So he was totally name dropping. Oh my God, that was the other one that terrified me. Tell me how going to this preschool is going to increase my child's chances of earning a good living. You're exactly, literally. I quote. Oh, I really like them. Can't believe we waitlisted them. It's breaking my heart.
I love them.
I mean, the nursery waitlist.
Anybody too young that we can bump to? We don't have space in pre-nursery.
We just have so many yeses for nursery.
This is a
What's her age, though? Can we put her in a different class? Oh my God, we forgot that folder. We didn't even look at it.
Right.
These are our reconsiders from our first. So here, everybody liked them, but we didn't have any information.
Okay.
So wait list.
It's a nice note, isn't it? It is a nice note. Such tasteful stationery.
It's come to tasteful stationery. And doesn't have a nice scent? You love them. Roxana is her best friend. They went to high school together.
Okay.
They both grew up in a tough neighborhood together. He's very young. He's very young, but he's not chronologically young. He's just developmentally young.
I don't know where we are number-wise.
16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. mean, this is really bad. It's gruesome.
What do we do?
Oh no, I don't want to give you a scale.
Hey, babe, it's me. I got all the envelopes, with the exception of 2. And unfortunately, they're all envelopes, not big packages, so I'm not sure what that means. But could you hurry, please? Thanks.
Okay.
Hey babe, it's me. Been holding off on these 3 letters, Barrows, West Village, and City and Country. And I think I'm gonna open them, okay? So call me.
Well?
We got into Barrow Street.
Oh, good.
We got it rejected from West Village, but we didn't want to go there anyway. But this is City and Country, our real first choice. This is the one. This is the very thin envelope. I already cried when I picked it out of the mailbox. This is definitely not an acceptance. Oh, but it's not a rejection, it's that we're on the wait list.
Wait list.
You know, if this letter, if they really don't call you off the wait list, then this is like a total tease of a letter, because they really get your hopes up. I will contact you immediately if we hear from a family choosing not to accept. I hope that I will be contacting you soon regarding a space for Jackson. So it's like, gosh, man, if that's not a real wait list, that'll be a total bummer.
Hey, Carissa.
Hi,
how are
doing?
you? Good to see you again.
Good to see you too.
I just had a call with Heidi, and I mean, we love the school, but basically wanted to know, how late we can tell you. I mean, we basically are waiting to hear from City and Country and still in that process. So
Yeah,
whatever you can tell me.
I have families waiting for the morning spot already. If you can't say that you definitely want it, I'm going to
Yeah.
give it to a family that
Okay.
first choice does. Because it's the right thing to do.
Let me call Heidi.
I know, that's really hard.
I see Aiden sitting crisscross applesauce. And Maeve looks ready. All right, fill up your balloon as full as it'll go.
We heard about this co-op nursery school, and it's a more laid-back process in terms of nursery schools.
Look at all the toys.
Yeah. Today is going to be a busy day at school.
Every class period, one of the parents fills in essentially as a teacher's helper. So that's me today. I'm the parent of the day. It's called star fruit. Want to taste it? Try it. You'll like it.
It's like a starfish.
It was easy. It was so easy. There was no interviewing. There was no essay writing. There were no applications. I mean, basically, we called, we made an appointment, we came, we looked. They were like, there's a spot open, come on in. I don't know if going to Downing Street is going to get Layla into Harvard, but she's learning a lot here. It's a lot less expensive than other schools, and I have a say in what goes on. I think it's a good fit for our family. For parents, I would say don't stress out about getting your kid into Chelsea Day or City and Country because, or whatever that school is called, it's not the end-all be-all of your life.
It's unbelievable. I honestly really just thought for sure we'd get into City and Country because I just felt like that's the perfect environment for Jackson. That would be our school. And here we're passing City and Country. I'm gonna cry. We're not really used to having to rely on a second choice. We're kind of, frankly, used to getting what we set out to get. And we kind of thought this was going to be the same kind of process, you know, that we're a good family and we're willing to pay like $20,000 and, you know, we just figured we could do that, and that wasn't the case. Hi, Carissa. How are you? Good. Good. Well, thank you so much. Here you go. Welcome to school. Thank you so much. Walk into that lobby and I'm like, oh, God, for the money that we pay, can they like spruce it up like just a little bit? You know, I think that it's a good school and there's a relief and we're in somewhere. I hope it's good.
Let's just do this because we got all envelopes. See, this is what I expected, not these. So these are just
This
either.
is the one that I brought.
I know, but
Yes.
in America, when you get an envelope, it usually is a rejection.
Really?
Yes.
In America, it's
Yes.
customary
It's
that.
customary that you get it like this one. It has all
Who
of
made
the.
that as a rule?
God. I don't know who made it as a rule. It's just in the big envelopes, it's where you send back everything.
Which ones are the big envelopes that we got? No,
No big envelopes. This is what we got. This is Epiphany. You want to read it? This is Children's All-Day School.
Yes, we would love to offer Juliana a place in our Threes program. Oh my God, we would love
Juliana!
to offer Threes program for you to tell. Please
We
think
got into
carefully about this
Epiphany,
being the right
sweetheart.
match for your family.
Now I feel better. This is Children's All-Day School, which we also loved, but
I doubt it. That one.
you want to read.
Mister, we are delighted to offer you space for your daughter, Julia. Oh.
Oh, Juliana, you got into all-day school too.
Oh my.
Oh. Why are they sending this in envelopes?
So then you're just making it up.
Cynthia,
I cannot
I'm not
believe
making it up.
I am pleased to offer Julia.
No.
Yes. Wow. What? She did good.
We are delighted to welcome your daughter Juliana and your family to the St. Bart's Community Preschool. We are pleased to offer Juliana a place in the International Preschool. We are pleased to welcome you and your child to the William Woodward Jr. Nursery School. Juliana,
How
you've
does
gone
it- what
into
does it
every
say?
school.
Wow.
This has got to be fairly unprecedented. She got into every school. How many is that? Can we count? 1,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yay! Now, which one is the prettiest letter? Which one? This one? This one? You have a lot of choices, young lady. And that's your next choice?
You tell us. You tell us, so that which one?
Here,
Which one?
pick the school.
Like this one, like this one.
So we're gonna go to all the schools?
Yeah. And then this, the core.
That's a book that has been just like the Bible. When we go and we pray, that's been our Bible.
Juliana, you don't know how lucky you
Okay, so you made it.
It's already on the book bag.
Right to the school, boy.
You're happy at first.
School boy. Where's the school boy?
That's excellent.
Yeah, tuition is $9,200. This is the part that I was concerned about. We have to actually decide how we're coming up with those funds. The deposit, it's $5,000 that's due by March 14th.
That's a few days away.
It says, look, they need to know if you're not going to come, then they want to offer those spots to people who are waitlisted. So this has to go back soon.
Do I have an opening bid to start this? $2,000, $2,200, $2,400, $2,800, $3,000, and selling for $3,800. Thank you so much. Congratulations.
We were able to raise close to $200,000. That enabled at least 3 families in every class to come to Mandel who wouldn't have been able to come here otherwise.
Mandel has given us financial aid to assist us for Karen. So that made it much easier for us to concentrate on the experience and not the burden of the finance. And let's move ahead to have fun. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Here we are. Woo! Now where's Jan? Here we go, Jean.
Hi, come on in.
Oh my goodness. Does this look like it's going to be fun? Yeah. Good, Jan. I don't know what would have happened if we didn't step in with the right support. Now Gian is way far ahead of where he was. It was one of the most trying times in my life.
After going through this nutty preschool process and with a second child on the way, we've decided to leave Manhattan. Roddy was offered a great job outside of Boston, and we're heading north to the suburbs.
Yeah.
We hear their preschool process is much more civilized.
Bye-bye, Jackson stuff. See you Saturday.
I love being around the children. That's where the fun is. It's sitting down and being with the children and watching them grow and watching them develop and supporting them and encouraging them. Being able to go to their parents and say, you won't believe what your child did in school today. It was incredible. It was amazing. And seeing the joy and satisfaction that that gives a parent. Much more joy and satisfaction than getting into the right school. That's the real upside of being a parent and being an educator. You know, we can talk all we want about the admissions process and the hype that surrounds that, but to see real growth and real progress and development in your child, that's the good stuff.
There's more nursery school places than kindergarten places. So nursery school is nothing compared to kindergarten.
That's scary.